So with code today, I'm gonna introduce to you virtualization, which can be your new solution for your company. So to know about me, my name is F20. I am a student at Conestoga College in the studying about IT support services in second year now. In this semester, I have a chance to study about virtualization, which I'm gonna introduce you now. About server virtualization, to know how it works, I have a picture so there to compare the traditional server architecture with virtualized server architecture. So at the bottom, you can see there is a black physical server. This will be actual computing resources. You can call this is the host too, the underlying hardware that provides computing resources. And on top of it, there is a layer on top of the physical server. This is hypervisor. This is used to allocate physical hardware resources between multiple virtual machines. And on top of the layer, there are many applications and operating systems. These are called guests. Those work completely separate and independently. So, according to VMware, server virtualization is the process of dividing a physical server into multiple units and isolated virtual servers by means of a software application. Each virtual server can run its own operating system independently, or for short description, server virtualization allows multiple virtual machines, yes, to run on one single host. So virtualization can make software look just like hardware. You can see the difference between the traditional server with virtualized server. With traditional server, you can only have one machine with one physical host, but with virtualized server, you can have multiple virtual machine with just one single host. Therefore, virtualization have some benefits, like it will reduce the cost, and you don't have to waste your space and your electricity to run many devices. Your workload will be more balanced and quicker because you can avoid the conflicts between servers. And moreover, application performance is enhanced too. So for your company situation right now, and you have an ERP system running on a single physical server, which needs to be updated and batched frequently. However, the ERP software can be run in a cluster on multiple servers if desired. And the solution you want is to allow you to deploy software updates and patches without downtime during busy hours. And you also want to minimize storage costs because you are concerned about clustering the software, which require purchasing storage solution for each server in the cluster. So here I will provide to you some available options with virtualization. There are update manager, distributed resources scheduler, and storage virtualization, which I will focus only about in provision disk. So for update manager, this is a feature included in vCenter server appliance. This is used to perform patches and updates. It supports VMware as a host, virtual machine, and virtual appliance. And you can reduce risk by reducing vulnerabilities and providing bug fixes. You can centralize and automate patch and version management for vSphere. And the most important about update manager is baseline. So for baseline, you can set up the version of updates and patches or the time for when will you do all the update and patches to match the needs. So for update manager, it can resolve your first solution, deploy software updates and patches without downtime during business hours. And however, I also provide to you distributed resources scheduler. This can automatically move the server when it is placed in maintenance mode, so you can avoid downtime while doing update. However, it can also automatically vMotion virtual machines across hosts for load balancing. You can set up F20 rules and DRS rules to separate redundant virtual machines. So this is great for maintenance, operation, updates, and upgrades because this will make those are simplified. And there are also 3 modes for you to choose to config, like manual mode, partially automated mode, and fully automated mode. So with update manager and DRS, you can totally resolve your first desired solution. So in order to minimize storage cost, there is a solution called Thin Provision Disk. This is a feature included in storage virtualization. So with Thin Provision, you can provision multiple disks without depending on the actual physical space available, which means it has zero upfront until data is written on it. So you can cluster the software as long as the base of the physical disk is available. So for example, you create a disk with 8 gig, but this is a thin provision disk. So at first, actually this will consume 0 gig in the physical host because no data is written yet. But by the time when the data is written, so it will consume the space of the physical space for real by time. So you just need to purchase storage solution until the storage is consumed and filled with all the data written inside. So therefore you can save the cost for your storage. And I also provide to you a study to compare the saving cost between using VMware and not using VMware. You can see that you can save a lot with virtualization. So, and if you use virtualization as I introduced to you, you can cost savings for your company. Your work performance is gonna be improved and faster because it's easier to maintain your computing resources. And most important, you have the software up to date without any interruption during your business hours. So, and here are my references if you want to make sure where do I get those information. Anyways, thank you for listening and have a nice day.